Hello, Phillies, gentle colts. My name is Leo Chingu, and I welcome to our first episode ever known as Equestria 101, where we'll be discussing about everything pony related in the community and such. And what better way to start off than with the good old community itself known as the bronies. Now then, for those of you who have heard the term, you probably already know that bro and pony create the form of the word brony as the community is known for. But here's where the question lies. What is a brony? When the term comes to you in your mind, what do you think of? When it comes to most people who never really understood the community of brony, they think of them as crazy people who love some sort of kid show and are totally addicted to the toys and products. Now, not to say that they're not right, but it's somewhat moderately true. There are those that are very hardcore and they absolutely not only love the show but try to grab every toy that they possibly can and so on and so forth. So it does tend to put people on edge. However, in the greater perspective, we're not all like that. We just like the show for what it is, and that would be mostly because of the great animation, the witty dialogue.
I don't have to show you. You're just chicken. Am not. Oh, wait. Now I know how to call a chicken. Skidaloo! Skidaloo!
The humor in all of the characters. And for those of you who haven't watched the show, they revolve around the main 6 characters known as Twilight Sparkle, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy. Now with that being said, let's do a quick review of the history of the show. Now, the show first aired on the Hub almost about a year ago, and it was produced by Lauren Faust, the creative mind behind it. Now, you may not have heard of her, but she has been responsible for some pretty awesome cartoons back then. But we'll probably get back to that on another episode. And of course, much after with the first few showing of the episodes, you can say that history goes from there, as the community grew into such a widespread phenomenon all across the globe. And I think that's really cool to see. Now then, with that being said, of course, there has been some hate to the show because of those who have seen it don't quite understand it, or they just don't like it in general. Now, as a void to caution, just leave them alone. Everybody's mind is different, and not everybody's gonna agree on the same thing. Sometimes, if you leave them alone and not pester them about it, which I know most hardcore fans try to do, sometimes you'll see that the show might grow onto them, and they become fans later. Just a little word of thought for you there. Now then, I cannot guarantee that everyone's going to become a brony here and there, but I digress. The community in general is a fantastic one and very friendly at that. And the reason I say this is because the fan base themselves are quite friendly amongst each other, just as the show describes. As opposed to other communities, like such as those who are Trekkies or Doctor Who fans, tend to argue among each other, though they do like the show, but they like in certain seasons and such, and they don't get along that well. However, opposed to bronies, as long as you like the show, you are more than welcome to the herd, and I believe that is a very fantastic way to keep a community strong and going. So, with that said, I hope I opened your mind a little bit into the world of bronies. We're not all bad people, and we're not going to try and pester you all because you don't like a show. That's a big no-no. Don't do that. And if you have any other questions, feel free to drop me an email or give us a comment. Until then, I am Leo Chingu, and this has been Equestria 101.